Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Challenger Series here with Homestead Miami. The season one finale. Yes, you heard that correctly. It is time for a champion to be crowned, and it's going to be one of these four people. Now, you may notice that we are down to seven drivers. And again, that's just because we have a little rule here saying that any driver that did not make the minimum amount of races in the regular season cannot race in the playoffs. And of course, if those drivers did not make the playoffs, essentially they just decided to not show up for the playoffs. So a bit of a double whammy here. But the final four are in the order that they're going to be starting. It's going to be the three car of Cyber. And then after that, we are going to be looking back almost two rows to P4 of Mopawa Cat. The Mopawa teammates here having a first, fourth, first, second, fourth, and fifth here in the finale here with P3 of Packers kind of splitting up the two. But yeah, UK is our second protagonist here. Hunty, P5 starting position, and the 19 of Nathan here. And speaking of Nathan, we have him as our in-race reporter tonight for our season finale. Nathan, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Well, I am doing all right, of course. I'm very excited for this race. It is a lot of fun here at Homestead. I personally just did a 50%er here. Actually, Nathan, could you send me an invite? It is time to
Yeah.
rock and roll. I just personally did a 50% here, finished P4, so it could be better, could be worse, but definitely out of 30 cars as well, 31 actually. P4, I'll take that. But yeah, we have a lot on the line here tonight. With that, we are good to go. So I am going to unpause that timer right here. So yeah, we have 40 seconds till the start of this race. It looks like it will be a 25%er tonight in order to finish up our season here. Big, big implications for this race here. Like I said, all of these drivers looking for a little bit of a championship here. Currently, only one of them has won a Cup championship before. That is Cyber. UK has won a has won a Sunday Xfinity back when we did Sunday Xfinity there, and then Nathan also has a Monday Xfinity championship here with Hunty having a. Ooh, there we go. And with Hunty having one of the fun season championships. So a bunch of all of these guys already a MRL champion. I'm definitely looking to see how they do here in the official Challenger Series proper. So we're going to be rejoining these guys here. Seven drivers are going to be joining us for this race. And, 67 laps. Nathan, this is a sprint.
Yeah. Especially with the stages helping break it up a little bit. It might not be that big of a classic homestead where tires are a real battle.
Oh, it will be a battle, and then you also have a bunch of potential for getting loose, especially coming out of turn two. I know that was one of the big things here in my race is that getting loose off of turn two was massive. Of course, you don't want to have that happen here, but in seven cars here, I don't expect any in-game cautions to kind of break up the monotony here. But we're going to be
Well, you
seeing here
remember what
as
happened with my first ERA race on the last lap?
oh well,
Taking taking out Dakota, getting
taking
loose
out.
off the two.
Well, of course, you don't want to take out your best friend, of course, but that is a very similar thing. In ERA, which is, in case you guys don't know, ERA is our MRL support series. That is, think of it like MRL is the parent league to ERA, and those guys. Ooh, actually, looks like the Mopower teammates both slapping the wall right there. What's up, baseball kid? How are you? Yeah, ERA was it, already here, and they run 25 percenters. So this was a perfect race to go and practice. I mean, albeit maybe a little bit gift of foresight would have to have been granted to some of these drivers here in order to practice for that race. Well, for in that race for this race, but you know that doesn't surprise me because Nathan, you actually won that race.
Yes, sir. Cyber was also in that race.
Cyber was also in that race. I should thank you so much for catching me on that. We have a bit of a double line here. Some wanting to run the top, some wanting to run the bottom. The one and the eight were both in the race literally prior to this. We ran a 50%er here, the one same race that I was in. So these guys are definitely well practiced up here. In fact, Hunty joined me in my stream to basically saying, so hey, what's the strat here tonight? What should I expect? In fact, you can see the one already looking down low. That is Mo Power teammates, but ooh, gonna get the bumper right there from the 19, and they are gonna hold it 3 wide coming out of turn 2. Hunty's gonna split the middle. And actually, right that, Hunty will gain 2 for the price of 1 right there, with the 19 kind of giving way. The 1's going to remain stout on the high side, but right here in this opening stage, which is only 19 laps, now you may scoff at that, like, oh, 19 laps, that's plenty. I'll tell you, in the driver's seat, these 19 laps will absolutely fly by, especially with normal draft. You guys definitely will be together the entire race. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the 1 and the 8 and the 19 right there. Having coming on off of 2. Baseball Kid asking, is this the championship? Yes, it is. Currently, our final 4 is first, second, third, and fifth right now, with Monster, Packers, and BS being the only non-playoff drivers in this race. Lap 5 right here. Ooh, the UK really tossing on down, try to get the slide job on his teammate. That's going to allow for 3 wide to potentially happen. No, Packers backs on out. Very wise of him, knowing that it is not time to go 3 wide yet. But a battle for the lead is brewing. The 42 of Hunty is looking down low. The 3 of Cyber is remaining stout on the high side. It's going to be very, very tough in order to make that pass right here without assistance. And just like that, the 3 having the high side momentum will carry through. Now it's going to be up to the 19 in order to try to gain that spot. Of course, as the more the tires wear, the harder it is to make individual passes without help or without some kind of mistake. In fact, actually, Nathan, as you move up to P2 right there, how does the car feel?
It feels pretty good at the moment.
Oh, that's actually really what you want, is at Homestead, you really want a very steady car. 3 blue championship cars versus 1 orange. I know, right? A very weird stat. Thank you so much, Cade, for giving that, because yeah, it is true. 3 blue championship cars, I guess, and they're all on the Mopawa team, by the way, and they are all first through 4. So this is going to be a very good race. Blue versus orange right there. But 3 wide coming off of turn 4, and Hunty taking a bit of the apron right there. Not so much to because he got loose, but because he wanted to avoid the 3. Oh my goodness, but that was could have been bad right there. But the 1 and the 8 now side by side. The 1 using that experience in the race prior to really show his stuff. He is looking pretty stout. Now, of course, this is the championship race. I think I've said that enough. Ooh, the 1 gets major loose and kind of overcorrects a little bit. Hits the wall just a tiny bit. But look at that, 2 by 2. That and all of these guys are the championship protagonists here. First through 4, and they're both side by side. This is going to be a grind, and well, definitely one of those races that you can't quite win through just sheer pace. It is going to be a battle. Now that's both a detriment and a blessing. It's a blessing for us because look at this. All 7 drivers still within the same pack of one another. No one quite able to get away. However, I'm sure it's a curse for these guys. The actual championship drivers wanting to just, hey, let me get away, let me break free of this draft. Ooh, the one goes crazy loose. He's going to go down into the apron, but he will rejoin safely right there. Looks like he's going to be back in P7. Hunty riding the wall. Coming into turns 3 and 4, he's going to have a big run. Is he going to try to go and take it 3 wide? No, he's going to just take it to the outside of the 3 right here. Prior to this race, I was talking to that number 8 machine. Let's actually go on board with him for a hot second, even though basically we're all in the same camera shot. I was talking to this 8 machine of Mopal Cat, and he was actually saying that the 3 of Cyber is the one to watch. The Larson line, exactly. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work. It was not as effective as he would have wanted. A little bit of contact right there. But yeah, the 8 actually has the 3 as the championship. As a championship winner, which I thought was very surprising. Usually when you talk to the championship 4, they say, "Oh, I think we got it." No, actually, UK was the one that said no. Cyber's the one to watch. Oh, the 20 goes spinning in the back of the pack, and it looks like the 17 may have gotten collected a little bit. Well, I mean, this is only stage 1. These guys can get it back here. It looks like just a product of just getting loose off a 2. But the remain green here for this stage, and with only 6 laps to go in this stage, it is time to see how these long run cars are really affecting. It looks like the 17 Packers will lose that draft, and I think that's just from the contact with the 20. But no harm, no foul. Nathan, you are leading this. Well, currently, if the race was put to an end right now, you would be the champion. Just how is the competition level out there?
It is not easy, that's for sure.
Even
These
with
guys
all...
are, yeah,
Oh, go
these
ahead.
guys are all over me. I just see a sea of blue cars behind me.
Right. Well, behind you, actually, you have 4 blue cars, and only 1 yellow and one. I guess technically, there's 2 yellows with Monster having that black and like deep orange right there, um, which is basically yellow at that point. Um, so I mean, yeah, it's definitely hard to see because of the differing lines. Everyone's shifting. No one's running one particular line. Everyone's adapting and kind of molding their own individual line. You can see the 42 of Punty wanted to get below the 3 of Cyber, but had to back out of it at the last possible second. The 8 takes the lead right here for this championship race. Oh, but he hits the apron right there. That's going to open up the door for the 3. Is he going to fall in line right there? No, he isn't. Oh, a little bit of contact between that car as well as the 42. The 42 is going to go and take it 3 wide. He wants to go and lead this race, and just like that, Mo Powell, but we're going to go 4 wide. All 4 championship protagonists in 4 wide in turns 1 and 2. Oh my goodness! This is only the stage 1 right here. We have 3 laps to go, but if that was for the final lap of this race, that is how you do it. Everyone remaining calm, cool, and collected, and basically going out and getting it done. Everyone remains pretty stout right here. Having you can kind of see that the tires are starting to affect these guys. Nothing crazy, nothing too bad, but definitely these guys are going to want to get some adjustments in here, especially for the stage 2. It's gonna be looks like it's gonna be a drag race here. Coming to the white flag, the 3 and the 8 are gonna be battling side by side. The 3 has the top side and therefore the momentum, but he's gonna be riding that high side a little bit longer here because we have 1 more lap to go in this stage. Now, of course, points aren't given for the championship 4, but they are given for Monster, Packers, and BS. Monster was the only one to not make the playoffs, so essentially that's going to solidify his position in P9 in the championship. However, BS and Packers are still in a battle of themselves. The 3 is going to get the stage 1 right there. Um, but BS and Packers are actually still in a battle for points right here because they made the playoffs. So they still have points to worry about here in this first stage. But with that stage being done, oh man, I can't imagine how stage 2 and stage 3 is going to look. Because if that was the intensity level going for stage 1, I can't imagine what it's going to look like on the last lap. But yeah, make some noise, Chad. Who do you have as your championship favorites? Oh, it's hard for me to say. Like I said, the 8 has the 3 winning. I'm sure the 42 has like the 8 or the 19 winning. Basically, all of the championship favorites have anyone but themselves as the favorite here. Looks like no changes off of pit road. Actually, I think the 17 actually picked up a
Pack,
spot. So,
yeah,
yeah.
Packers and Monsters switched.
Well, I mean, that does happen from time to time. You know, actual AI going and picking up a spot for you. So, you tip of the hat to them, coding on in. But yeah, we have the 3 using that low side. I guess more grippy, I guess, if we can call it that. Just shifting up to the gears so much better. But the 42 is going to want to look at the bottom, but unfortunately, the 3 is going to slam the door shut. Nothing quite. Nothing quite can be said about that at the moment. However, we have oh, the 42 now is going to take it to the bottom right here. The 19 is going to be right behind the 1. Got a little aggressive, try to take it 3 wide on the top, but unfortunately, nothing can quite come of it yet. The 3 is going to retain the lead, but the 42 did poke his nose down there, and he wants to go and get this championship lead. But again, 2 by 2, the championship 4 are all right there. It's really hard to tell, like I said, who is going to get the win right here. But with only 17 laps in this stage is going to be significantly shorter than the one we just went through. Well, I guess only by 2 laps, but still, with all of these 7 guys here, it looks like the 3 has the best short run. However, the 8 has the best long run, and with only 7 cars in this race, I can imagine that only the with the last stage being as long as it is, the long run will prevail here. However, the 42 is definitely he's trying. He is trying to make something happen on that low side. The 19 pops out for a bit of an aggressive move. He's going to try to get that hole, but that hole is going to quickly close on up from the 8 taking that. The 3 will remain as the leader, but the 42 is going to get aggressive there, going 3 wide here in a turn 1. Everyone holding their ground. Look at that. The 1 is going to be Larson lining it up on top, and he's actually going to get P3. Oh, but a little bit of contact. Oh, the 19 and the 42 go and make contact. Oh, the 19. Oh, Nathan. But hey, you know what? This is only stage 2. This is not the one that matters. But it does suck, though, because you lose that track position. But the race goes on, though, approaching lap 6, or on lap 6 now, of 17. 12 laps to go in this stage. The 8 and the 3 are now going to swap positions. The 8's still down low, but the 3's going to have the 1's help on top here. Again, we saw this in stage 1. Very interesting to see how these guys are really adjusting their lines based on how everyone is running. It's, I think that's actually. Oh, hang on, 1 second. There we go. All right. The top 4 is actually going to adjust themselves, and now they're going to be trying to draft on the high side here. Now, it's really interesting to look at. The 8 and the 42 have the bottom side right here. The 3, the 1, the 20, and the 17 are all on the high side. Much like how it is at like Charlotte, I guess. Texas is another. Is that while the bottom is the preferred lane and the corner is the one's going to get really loose coming out of turn 2, but the high side becomes the preferred lane. However, with the one swapping lanes like that, the 8 is actually going to really charge the corner, and he's actually going to hit his teammate a little bit. I'm sure that wasn't anything intentional by any means, but that is going to actually hurt the 42 the most because the 42 is right behind, and he actually hits the apron because of it. So that is actually going to be probably something that the 42 will remember towards the latter part of this race. Just knowing that it is, hey, you know what? We're getting to the nitty gritty of it. Let's go and get this bread. Nathan, I know you're all by yourself right here, but like I said, the best part about that is at least it's not the final stage.
Yeah, and it gives me a little time to play around with different lines, see what I like.
Oh, of course, without I guess the benefit or detriment, however you want to look at it, as of the draft, because the draft can dictate how aggressive you want to take. As we saw, the 20 hit the outside wall, just getting loose off of turn 2, nothing too crazy, but that's going to allow the 42 to get that spot. So unfortunately for him, he is now going to be behind these championship leaders here. But that's probably what you want, because think of it like this. Imagine it's the final lap. All 4 championship protagonists just do that 4 wide in for the final lap. You could be P5 and go and snipe a win out of this. Who knows? It could happen. With how aggressive these guys are running, I'm definitely thinking that is something that can transpire here. All right, so right here is probably the winding down of the stage. Coming to 13, lap 13 here. It is 5 to go in this first stage. Track position's everything. You want to be on the bottom, so even if you are in P4, you want to either lose a position or gain a position. If you're the leader, you want to obviously hold it. If you're P2, I would say you would want to be on the low side. We have seen it before, that the low side has been able to really just take off on the restart of this race. In order to really maintain your gap, which is, we've seen Cyber lead since the drop of the green with the pole, and then also again by winning the first stage, and he's still up here in P1. Yes, he's fallen to like P2 or P3, but he's made his way back up here. But one thing that I'm saying here is you can see that the 8 of UK is really starting to make it happen, but we're going 3 wide yet again here off of turn 4. The 3's going to have the highest momentum, the 8's now going to tuck in line, and the 42 is going to be, again, all by himself. That 3 wide has to be done on corner entry. What Hunty's doing is just far too late. He's not having the proper run off that he needs to in order to make that 3 wide work. The 8, again, is going to look down low. He's going to toss it on down. The 3 is going to give him plenty of room up high. But the 8, I don't think will clear. Oh, but actually, never mind. The 3 taps the wall a little bit. So they're going to be door to door here as we go to 2 to go in this stage. The 42 is actually going to be rocking the bottom, so that's going to be pushing UK out past, but it looks like Cyber is really holding stout on that high side, really just making sure that he can actually maintain it, but there it is. The 42 is going to go 3 wide here, and now we're going to be seeing a possible 3 wide exchange between the 3 protagonists up here. The 42 had to back on out of it, so never mind. But the 3, though, just interesting what he can do on the high side here. He's been running the middle to the high side the entire time. And UK's been a bit of a bottom feeder, if I can be honest. Preferring that bottom side, of course, that's my line that I like is being on the bottom, but that's neither here nor there. The 3 is going to lose the lead here for a hot second, but as the 8 tosses it in, the 3 is going to be right there, but he is going to lose the track position. The 8 can actually just come on up, and just like that, coming to the line, the 8 will collect stage 2, and crucially, the bottom side.
See, I concur. I prefer the top side.
See, I guess Homestead's one of those weird tracks that you have. It's kind of like Iowa in that, in the sense that people say that there are two different lines at Homestead, but I personally think there's only one. Again, it's just a matter of opinion. We've seen people time and time again run the high side at Iowa and make it work. Okay, all power to them. I personally think Homestead is a one-lane track. I don't hang on here. I personally think that the low side is the way to go, and we just saw that happen. The 8 just through sheer force of will was able to go and get that stage win here. And again, BS actually getting the better over Packers this time around. So those points are going to be very, very equal going into stage 3 here. So it is the final stage here in the season 1 of the Challenger Series. Sucks for Monster decided to not pit or at least take 2. Very interesting call, and looks like the 20 of BS is that was different. So that's
I
gonna
think they were
allow.
pulling out of the way for us.
Well, hey, very tip of the hat to them then. As we have 24 laps to go in this stage, no threat of fuel being used. I mean, that's nothing to worry about. However, the tires, like I said, we saw the 8s come alive on the long runs. I'd be worried about him in the long run as well.
Yep, 24 to go.
24 to go. Thank you so much. So we restart with 25. I apologize. So yeah, 24 to go right here in this stage. So you can see that the 1 of Monster is, I think he just took 2. I think by accident, unfortunately, but essentially that's going to be his race done unless we get a random yellow, which I personally don't see happening, but I don't know, crazier things have happened. So just with that, 23 to go. I'm going to take a hot second, and I'll be right back.
All right, everybody, you ready for your weekly track breakdown? I guess you could say. Homestead, I think it's a very versatile track where you can kind of, depending on how good you are, you can kind of run all over the track. So coming down the front stretch right here, you want to come out as wide as you can, get those big long runs down the front stretch. Now, right here, see Honey's down there on the bottom, which you get good runs through to the middle, but you don't get that run off like we will over here on the high side. Long run down the back straightaway. And same, Homestead symmetrical, so you can basically run the same lines at both ends, depending on what you prefer. Play that. A lap around Homestead. Laps to go for those still tuning in. Come down to the wire. It's gonna be hard to beat these low power teammates. You know, I don't know if I don't wouldn't think they have team orders, but I bet if they did, the only team order would be to make sure at least one low power teammate gets gets the win.
All right, I apologize about that. I am back. What did I miss, Nathan?
Not a whole lot, honestly.
Well, it looks like we lost about 7 laps worth of time. So it looks like everyone's still in it right here, apart from the one a monster who I think has parked it for the night. Um, Nothing too, like I said, by taking 2 tires, that means essentially he sealed his race right there. But hey, a valiant effort around. But approaching lap 53 here, we are on 14 laps to go of not only this race but for the championship. So, or sorry, 15 to go. Wish I could count. The 42 getting a little bit loose right there, nothing too crazy. The 3 is going to try to go for something, but he's going to block. It's going to be 3 wide here going into turn 3. Oh, very, very tight between the 42, the 3 smack dab in the middle, and the 19 up top. It's still going to be tight coming off of turn 4, but the car control from these guys, absolutely sublime. Continuing on here, you can see that the 8 is leading, but the 42 finally having the proper track position that he is looking for. But the 3 is he's saying, you know what? I'm going to give him a little bit of tap, and that's going to send him up the hill. Now, I think that 3, that was just him saying, you know what? Okay, I think it's time for me to go because it is time to go for some of these guys. 13 laps to go, but you don't want to make enemies too quickly, and you don't want to catch each other. You want to make those passes quick and clean, and then not have to worry about the rest of those cars behind. So it looks like the 3 is going to do just that. He's going to look down low to try to gain a little bit of momentum. The 19, though, oh, just almost tapped him. Was there contact right there? It looked like it.
Not on my screen.
Okay. It almost looked like it, so I should probably rephrase myself. Yeah, the 42 though is gonna still battle with the 19. Meanwhile, the 3 is gonna set his sights on the 8. Like I said earlier in the race, the 8 picked the 3 to win this championship, and here we see them, the top 2 of this race. However, the 19 was finally able to clear the 42, but the 42 is going to try to get the crossover here, coming off of turn 4. I don't think there's anything to come of that as the momentum shifts to the high side, especially with the draft. Coming to 11 to go in this race, it is going to be a very tough one to tell at this point. The 3 is still working that bottom. Oh, but just like that, the 8 is going to get loose, and it is going to really shake things up here, as now, not only that, he hit the wall coming out of turn 2, and now this race is wide open. The 42 is going to have a little bit of momentum behind, so he's going to try to get the pass done right here. 19 is going to remain up high. These top 6 right here, the remaining cars in this race, everyone, it has a shot at the W. I don't know who's going to get it. The 42 and the 19 are going to be side by side. Meanwhile, you have the 8 and the 3. They're going to try to duke it out back here for P3 and P4. It is 2 by 2 yet again here. If that was the final lap, I think that was the 19 that would have won the title. 19 able to clear, kind of chops the nose off the 42, but at this point in the race, I think it's all fair right here. The 8 is rebounding quite nicely. If I'm the 3, I'm going to try to get around this 42 quick, fast, in a hurry, because that 8 is absolutely chugging right now. Nathan, I won't ask you any more questions. I'll let you focus because I know this is probably the tensest part of the entire race. 8 laps to go in this race. The 8, oh my goodness, very aggressive move, and he's going to do this aggressive slide. I don't think that's going to work on out here. He was able to get side by side with the crossover by the 19 and a clear by those guys. Look at that, 3 wide for his troubles, and a little bit of contact is going to shuffle him up the hill a little bit. Is there anyone that's going to take advantage? The 20 is going to take advantage. That puts the 42 in the middle, the 8 up high. The 3, though, suddenly coming back into it to get P2 here. 7 laps to go here. The 19 leads. It is exactly Cade's slide job. But it is the final 4 positions 1 through 4 right here, with the 19 of Nathan leading, Cyber P2, UK P3, Hunty P4, and then don't forget about BS and Packers back there. Should these 4 all go for it, try to go for the full beans, maybe one of these guys can go and snag a victory. 7 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Or, sorry, 6 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. It is all down to the wire. The 19 leads. Oh, the 20 getting really loose right there. I thought that was curtains for the 42. The 17 and the 20 still being side by side. Those two cannot leave each other alone. The 20 is going to try to make a move on the 42. Nothing quite right there. The momentum shift to the high side. That's going to open up the door for the 8, who's going to say thank you very much. If that was the battle for the win, that would have been in favor of the 8. So that's going to be the 8's favor. Now the 19 is going to try to do the same thing. If I'm the 3, this could be the time to shine. A little bit of contact between the 19 and the 8 right there. Oh my goodness. But 5 laps to go. He's not out of the draft. The 8 can come back. The 42, though, going to try to take the lead right here, and he will, coming off of 4. But the 19 is going to have a little bit of the high side momentum. Crossover, maybe? He's there at the corner panel, but here comes the 3. It is 4 laps to go here in this race. The 19 is going to be on the lonesome road down low. The 3 is going to be up high, but a little bit of contact. The 3 getting up high, almost 3 wide for a second. The 42 now has a victory, but look at that 8 car. That 8 car's back into it. 3 to go this time, and suddenly the top 4 are 1 through 4 again. So these guys are all playing for it. It is down to 3 laps to go. The 19 is going to throw an aggressive Hail Mary. Oh, he's going to hit. They touch. And that is going to open up the door for the 8, who's going to try to go through the middle, but the 19 gets loose. Not out of the woods yet. He is still in the draft. Meanwhile, the 8 is going to look down low. The 42 up high. The 3 saying, where can I go here? The 3 is going to try to get something right here. The 8 car is ripping the top, I know. And just like that, we thought he was out of it, but he is still well within it. The 8 is going to be ultra aggressive right here to maintain this spot. It is 2 laps to go. The 3 is going to get that. High side was going to touch with the 42 right here. And coming to the white flag, it looks to be between the 3 and the 8. So what is going to happen here? I'm going to be watching from the 3's perspective right here. He's going to have to get some kind of draft. If I'm the 8, I am going to be slow in, fast out. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but you have to maintain a little bit of advantage right here between the 3. Now, he's going to have the draft here going onto the backstretch. He can't get loose. And what is he going to do? Is he going to absolutely send it? Oh, we're going to be finding out. It's the final corner. The top 2 of the series are going to be 1 through 2 right here. The UK is going to have the momentum. No challenge from behind. And just like that, Mo Power Cat is our Season 1 Challenger Champion. The 3 did all he could. Looks like Packers actually is another podium to add to his name. Full send it. Unfortunately, that's not what the 3 of Cyber did. But we have seen it happen at the... Oh, I'll tell you what, that was insane of a race right there. The level of aggression, everyone put it all on the line, and just like that, what we heard from the 8, saying that, you know what, I don't think I have anything. Well, I mean, he has now a championship in his book for the Challenger Series, at least. Fastest lap goes to BS. Actually, look at that with the 31.839. So very good job for him right there. I want to get these guys up in here. Packers, excellent job with the podium. So let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna mute myself for a hot second. I'll be right back. Well, actually, Nathan, while I do get everyone in here, excellent job all season long in order to get into the Final Four. Just unfortunately, looks like through turn 2 being turn 2, it kind of took you out of it.
Well, it started in turn 1. I was being too aggressive on my entry and hit the apron, and it just ruined the entire turn. And then got loose, got I got loose off of 2 because of it, trying to cut it too hard, try and stay off of Hunty, and I did.
Well, I mean, props to you though. You threw it all on the line right there in order to go and get that championship. It looked like you were in such good contention in order for it to happen, but unfortunately, it just, I guess it wasn't meant to be. I mean, it it's one of those things that I would look at it and just be like, you four, all of you four, did a great job at it, but like I said, it's just because you did not get the title doesn't mean you put up a subpar performance. That was fantastic. Um, I want to see. Do we have Hunty in here? I was gonna interview him next. I guess we'll wait on him. By the way, while we wait for our final, I guess, Championship 4 contender here, it was UK P1, Cyber P2, Packers P3. Hunty actually finished P5 with BS finishing P4, and Nathan P6, as we know, with Monster being our uh, final results being the DNF, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess while we wait for Hunty, let's talk to our P3 finisher here. Packers, excellent job. Another podium to add to your name here. Homestead, it just seemed like the top 4 in the championship, of course, as I begin the interview, here he is joining. Um, it seemed like you and BS were just constantly side by side right there. What was your mindset like knowing that you weren't a part of the championship 4? Were you going to let them have it, or were you going to wait for them to kind of mess up and then try to sneak one at the end?
I was just having fun. I didn't want to race them too hard. I didn't want to cause any wrecks, obviously, or begin a wreck, and I just kind of let them have it. I noticed Cyber had got caught up on the high side and I had lost it, and I just gave him a little break and just let him catch back up. And I don't know, I'm kind of glad they all started losing control and I got third out of it. It's definitely a good end to the season. In a lot of leagues I was in, actually, I finished strong and got more consistent as time went on, so it's good. It was definitely a fun race and good season. Congratulations to Mo Power on the championship.
Thank you.
well, well, that was only the end to this one season. Hopefully, we can see you come back strong, especially in the truck side of things. I know you personally. I don't know about some of these other guys here, but you are one of those forces to watch for in the trucks. Any particular thoughts and feelings as we move to the truck series next season?
No, I kind of just don't want to race as much as I used to. Maybe just the leagues I'm in now and the nights I'm racing right now. But I might think about it.
Well, I mean, we would love to have you. Is what I guess we're gonna get out of that. So, excellent job, Packers. Another P3 to add to your name right there. Excellent job. Hopefully, we'll see you next season.
Alright, thank you.
Anytime. So let's go to Hunty now. Hunty, although you did not finish in the podium, I wanted to interview you as part of the Championship 4. You were probably the most aggressive out of everyone, apart from Nathan. But it looked like you had to be. Where are there? You are. You had the bottom side absolutely ripping, but unfortunately, it just came undone with 2 to go. Looks like you just got loose. What happened?
Um, I didn't get loose. I just got hit a little, but I I felt like there was a train up high the whole race, and I was just on the bottom of it.
Well, I like it. I think I even called it as you were running the very lonely road as the only driver down low. Everyone else was up high at one point. Was that by choice? Do you not like ripping the top or?
I mean, I was just the only way to really get around is on the bottom, so I was just trying the bottom, even though there was a train up high.
Well, I guess what Rusty Wallace always said. The bottom is the shortest way around, right? So there's bound to be speed down there. But no, you did an excellent job the entire race. In order to shoot, you guys are at 1.4 wide, coming off at 4 at one point. It was insane to watch the Championship 4 be as aggressive as you guys were. Excellent job, though. Not the season that you probably would have wanted starting wise, but getting the win at Mid Ohio, of course, is what propelled you into the playoffs, and from there you didn't look back. If you could redo this race, though, what do you think you would have changed?
Um, more moves. I don't know.
More moves. All right, well that's it. Run it back. We're gonna do it again. Yeah, excellent job, Hunty. Hopefully, I know as you move to iRacing, hopefully we can see you back next season. But definitely, it was a pleasure watching you all season long. So yeah, excellent job. More moves is definitely the way to go. Let's go to Cyber now. So Cyber, you finished P2 out of this race. Where the hell? There we go. P2 out of this race. It looked to me that as coming to the final corner exit, or sorry, of turn 4, coming to the white, you had about 2 car lengths on your teammate. I was saying that you had to go slow and fast out. What was your mindset like? Just the entire race, knowing that all 4 of you guys were just so equally matched.
My mindset was just like, let's all have a fun battle, like great, clean, and hard, and like let's not leave anything on the table. That's mainly what my mindset was. But yeah, that first stage, I mean, I kind of know where the line was going to be going around this place because obviously the high side is going to be the way to go around here. That's the reason why I won stage 1 off of that. Stage 2, I mean, I tried the same thing, but my teammate got me to the line in that, and then stage 3, I mean, it was just you gotta have control of it, and then don't get loose off the tune, mainly, which I think all four of us had at one point. But all in all, I mean, glad to see Mo Power bring home a championship from this season that we could have maybe had last season, so it feels great and all to finally bring home one in Challenger.
Well, you said it yourself. Not only did you guys win the drivers' championship, but also the team championship. That was officially clinched by one of you four starting tonight. So excellent job from that. So you guys absolutely swept house from the team point of view, but it was so close the entire way. Did you actually know that UK actually picked you to win, and then he goes out and was like, you know what, I got something for him.
It's just the thing with Homestead and me. I mean, one of these days I'm gonna eventually get the checkered here because I know I've been consistently on base. It's just I've been outbested by the eventual winner. So I'm keeping hope one of these days I'll eventually get a win here at Homestead.
Well, plenty more races left to go, so I mean, it will happen eventually. We just gotta, I guess, keep plugging at it. So excellent job, Cyber. P2 in the race and P2 in the championship. One spot short, but hey, it was a fantastic battle. Like I said, all four of you guys were evenly matched.
Yeah, it was.
So let's go to our winner here, as well as the championship
Well, hold on.
winner
Are
here.
you not going to interview Nathan because he was in Final Four as well?
I already did.
You already? Well, he wasn't in there for that.
Well, I mean, believe me, I know I'm not going to leave the Final Four out of it. So yeah,
Okay.
UK. I think it goes without saying that the 50% before this race definitely helped. It just was circumstance that quite literally we did the same race at the same track, the same day. So I'll
I
just
blame the
ask.
guy that made the schedule.
The fact I made the schedule months before that schedule came out. It was just literally victim of circumstance. But so tell me, did any of that actually help you, or was it just about just flying by the seat of your pants?
Honestly, they're not helping at all. I ran a totally different race.
A total different race. How so? Elaborate.
Well, the first one was like low draft, so we didn't have no draft at all in that one. This one we had draft, and with 30 less cars too.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but okay. But what I'm getting at though is what I'm trying to say is that you guys were literally equally matched. You guys were tossing moves. You guys were getting moves. It was fantastic to watch. At one point, you got loose, got into the wall, and fell all the way back to six. Did you think you were out of it at that point?
Well, that was that with 5 to go.
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, with 5 to go, I got stuck in the wall, and I did think I was out of it, and somehow I stayed on draft, and they was making moves, and I caught back up. So I was thinking, well, I still have a little chance. And then they made more moves in contact, and I just stuck in the middle and hoped it worked.
Well, and honestly,
I don't have to go watch that broadcast. That would have been pretty cool to watch.
well, I'll tell you what, I was having a blast from up here, so it almost made me want to go back down there and be like, you know what, I want to see what I can do with these guys. But
You stay
no,
up there.
what?
You stay up there.
Well, either way, though, this is championship number 21, I do believe. 21?
Yeah.
21 for UK right here.
From Heat 3 to Heat 5.
Well, there we go. Just with that, that is the stat that I will never achieve. But who knows? With season two rolling around, being the trucks, I actually forgot to ask Cyber how that is going to change things a little bit, going from the cup cars, which are naturally looser, to trucks that are more stable, more planted. How is that going to affect your guys' driving style?
Go ahead, champion.
No, I'm gonna let you go first.
Alright. I'm definitely excited to be with the trucks. I mean, I was in a league that was based around trucks, and it's probably my best season that I had with like a season high of 3 wins. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trucks next season.
All right, champion.
It's been a while since I've been in a truck. I'm ready for that challenge again, and we'll see what happens next year.
Well, I guess we're going to be finding out in 2 weeks because
Well,
season
yeah.
two. Well, I like how people always say like next year when it's like 2 3 weeks away. So I guess we'll find out. The season two will begin in 2 weeks at Daytona. So I'm actually very excited. Like I said, 50% truck distance. They're going to be more of sprints than anything. Trucks, but they also bring brand new challenges. The tire wear on some tracks is abysmal, but at the same time, the trucks themselves are the most planted out of all the series. So handling is going to be a little bit better. Therefore, you can go more aggressive on your setups. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys can bring to the table next season. But from here at Millennium Racing League, we are going to big congratulations to UK, Cyber on P2, Hunty on P3 in the championship, Nathan to P4, and then also Packers. Excellent job on bringing home a podium. Great season all around, and we will see you in 2 weeks for the new season of the Challenger Series. Brand new from the truck side of things, and we'll see how things go from there. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.